What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the studio. So, E3 2021. E3 is one of the biggest gaming gatherings that you could ever think of, where people come together, they enjoy video games, they get to see the upcoming games, consoles, accessories for anything gaming related. And last year, we really didn't get one due to the global pandemic, but this year we are getting a full-fledged 100% E3 showcasing, and this year it's gonna be just like how it was last year. It was digital. Now hopefully it's gonna be like on YouTube, and it'll be streaming on YouTube and wherever else you watch E3, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, doesn't matter. It's gonna be live on the internet. It's not gonna be in person. Now hopefully in 2022 we do get to go back to doing it in person, because that is a dream of mine to always go out to California and go to E3. Even though friends and family of mine tell me that it's really not worth it, because all them long lines just to play a game for 20 minutes ain't it. But then again, we do that for Six Flags and all these theme parks. You stand on the line for damn near almost 30 minutes just to get on a ride that's only gonna last 2 minutes. So, but this video here, it's all about predicting. I'm gonna be predicting. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna take a wild guess on a lot of these things, because I've been reading rumors, I've been reading leaks, I've been seeing all this stuff that's been popping up all over the internet. But I just want to sit here and, give y'all my thoughts and opinion on what I want to see. Now, I'm not going to go over each, everybody that's showing up, because there's some, developer companies and consoles and stuff that I really don't care for. Like Ubisoft, I think they're supposed to be showing up or whatever. But Far Cry 6, at first I wasn't really caring about it, but then I seen the trailer and I was all like, I'm all for it. So I'm just gonna go out the gate with this video with Far Cry 6, since I brought it up. Far Cry 6 was announced I think sometime last year, and then we got a trailer for it, then we got some gameplay for it. I really don't need to see much about it. I'm already sold. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be my first ever Far Cry game that I've actually owned and played. So I'm new to the Far Cry series, so bear with me on that one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know much, but it looks like fun, and looks like it's gonna be based in some type of fictional island, off a fictional island that kind of looks like Puerto Rico or Cuba, one of the two. But it looks like it's a day one get. Now let's go over other things that I want to see, and that is Nintendo, what they're going to be showing us on Tuesday. And that is Metroid Prime 4, hopefully, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild 2. We already know some Pokemon stuff's going to show up, so I'm not really worried about that. But those are the two main things I want to see. I've been hearing some Switch Pro stuff going on for like 2 years now, and I kind of gave up on it. But if they show it, they show it. I'm all for it. I'm pre-order it right then and there. But Metroid Prime 4 and Breath of the Wild 2 are my main focuses when it comes down to Nintendo. I've been waiting for another Metroid game for the longest, and since they're going with the Metroid Prime type of route, that's a first-person shooter. And hopefully, I forgot which Metroid Prime game had multiplayer. I think it was Metroid Prime 2 and 3, they had multiplayer. And I hope and pray they bring that back. I never got to play the multiplayer. Well, actually, no, I take it back. I did. Because me and my younger brothers, we didn't have the trilogy, but we had Metroid Prime 1 and 2. And I vaguely remember how it went, to be honest with you, because I didn't beat it when I was younger, because I was really fed up with the puzzles. But with those puzzles, as I'm older now and I can handle that, and I'm more focused and not acting like I'm an ADHD kid, I can actually do these puzzles. Same thing with Breath of the Wild. I beat Breath of the Wild. I did all the shrines, and how tedious those shrines were. Then got the DLC and did those shrines, and it was all fun. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they got. Hopefully they got something, especially Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime has not showed us nothing for the past 4 years. 2017 is when this trailer and when everything was announced for Metroid Prime 4. And in between now and when it was announced, a lot of things has happened. The original people that were making Metroid Prime 4, I think it was Team Ninja. Team Ninja makes like Dead or Alive, and they did the recent Ultimate Alliance game. And they gave up on it, and Nintendo gave the rights to the Retro Game Studio, which those guys are the ones that made the first 3 Metroid Prime games. So of course you're going to give it to the guys that made it what it is today, and it's going to be amazing. Hopefully we get multiplayer. That's all I'm shooting for, is multiplayer. And I did say something about Pokemon, right? I'm pretty sure I did. They're going to show us more stuff. Hopefully they show us a lot of stuff for Diamond and Pearl, since it will be coming out in November. And we are like 5 months away from it right now. We're in what, the 5th month? No, yeah, the 5th month right now, I believe. But anywho, hopefully we get some of that stuff out of, Nintendo. And then maybe some accessories here and there. Maybe some better Joy-Cons. Because, Joy-Con drift is thing. Now, Sony won't be there. And that's fine and dandy. We all know Sony wasn't going to be there. They're doing their own thing 3 years in a row. They might as well say, stop asking us. We're not showing up to E3 anymore. And sooner or later, as years go by, you will see other companies follow suit as well, like Nintendo. They got the Nintendo Direct. So do they really need to be at E3? Probably not. Microsoft, maybe they might say just because it's E3, be like, here, we're going to keep E3 alive by showing up every year. And so on and so forth. Now, maybe, just maybe, they'll show Square Enix is going to show up. And they might show us some Final Fantasy 16 gameplay, hopefully, and give us a release date. I highly doubt Final Fantasy 16 is going to come out next year or the year before that. I'm shooting for at least at the end of 2023. The earliest is 2024. I don't know. You know how Final Fantasy games work, guys. They take forever on them games. And sometimes I don't see the purpose of them taking so long, because everybody know how Final Fantasy 15 went. And with Final Fantasy 7 Remake and its whatever edition that just came out recently, they're going to milk the fuck out of 7. Because 7 is a fan favorite. Even though I'm a big fan of the 5th installment, it's there, guys. It's there. We can't fight them. We can't fight them at all. But there's supposed to be another Final Fantasy game they're going to be showing off. And they say that's supposed to be like Dark Souls type Final Fantasy role-playing game. And that's about it. They didn't really give us any details on it. So it's like there's 2 Final Fantasy games they're going to be showing us. Then, of course, with Square Enix, they're doing, and Crystal Dynamics, they're doing the Avengers. And they're going to show us some Black Panther stuff. But that game is dead. The game is dead. After I beat it, I stopped playing it. I beat it in the same week that the game came out. And I'm disappointed in it. I deleted it like the next month. So I was upset. I spent a good $70 on that. I thought that was really going to be something. But, oh boy, I was wrong, just like Cyberpunk. Now, besides Microsoft and other places and other games and all that stuff, all I want to see is Wolfenstein 3. When it comes down to Xbox, of course they're going to show us Halo, but I heard they're going to be showing us multiplayer instead of anything story mode related. So it's probably a hit or miss over there with Microsoft. I would love to see a Killer Instinct 2, but like I said, it's a scratch. I don't even think Killer Instinct, the original one they did for Xbox One, did great, but we'll wait and see. I've been seeing people grasping for straws and be all like, give us Killer Instinct 2. Same thing with Jet Set Radio. I would love to see Jet Set Radio come back, but the way Sega does their things, if it ain't Sonic, it ain't right. So they're not going to do it, probably not. And then Gears of War 6, that's a scratch. Even though I love the Gears series. 4 and 5 kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Judgment, trash. Tactics, meh. But with 6 being probably the final installment to the series, hopefully it's not, they might show us something. Might. Maybe some Fable. Fable got announced. And I played Fable 2 back in the day. Matter of fact, I think Fable 2 is the reason why my original Xbox 360 had the red ring of death, because we played that motherfucker like it was nothing. And I'll never forget, we were at a loading screen. That loading screen was pretty long. And it never changed. Matter of fact, when we tried to turn the game off, it didn't turn off. So we had to unplug it. Plugged it back in, red ring of death, thanks to Fable. But no, Fable's still a good game, though. I haven't played a Fable game since then. And I love when video games do what Mass Effect does, and that's you pick whatever decision you make actually has consequences. Everything you do has consequences. And it follows you not just through the rest of the game, but through the rest of the series. So when you go play the sequel, the consequences all the stuff you did in the first game affects the second game and third game. And speaking of Mass Effect 4, well, all the stuff I did in the first trilogy, 1, 2, 3, will it affect Mass Effect 4, or will it just be a fresh slate for you to start off on? So maybe it's gonna be a whole new trilogy. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know much about the Mass Effect 4 what rumors or leaks. All I know is Lysandra Tisana, whatever her name is from Mass Effect, the blue Asarian that you can mix it up with. She was in the trailer, and I guess she's older now. I don't know where they said the timeline was set or what time this is. They said that Andromeda happened by like 400 years after Mass Effect 3, so Shepard is long gone. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do in this game. No more Shepard. You're going to be probably called somebody else. So, still cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing through the trilogy right now so I can understand the story before Mass Effect 4 comes out. But we haven't got a release date for that yet. Another thing I want to see is NetherRealm Studios showing up. Word on the street, the rumor is that they are working with Marvel, and they probably are in the mix of making a Marvel game. I don't know if it's a Marvel fighting game or just a Marvel game in general. I've been hearing people say fighting games is NetherRealm Studios. I'm not really gonna say anything about it. I just would love to see them pop up, give us some Mortal Kombat stuff here and there, but mainly if they're really working on with Marvel and Marvel games, let's hope that it's better than the Avengers. Let's hope that it's better than Marvel versus Capcom Infinite. And speaking of Capcom, DLC for Resident Evil 8. The game's so great. People love it. There's more to the story that I felt like they left out. Like, I want to see the back, flashbacks to each lord, especially Heisenberg, since he had such a big problem with what's going on and what happened to him. He had his pretty much childhood stripped away from him. So I would like to see his background, where he came from. If they do that, since Resident Evil is also getting a live action TV show on Netflix and also a movie, why not give some DLC out for Resident Evil? And the same thing for all the Monster Hunter games that just came out. I think Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Chapters, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But other than that, that's all I got. Oh, wait, hold on. Bandai Namco. They just showed Elden Ring, and I guess people have been saying this game's been in development for almost 3 years now, and I've never heard of it. Like, I probably might have heard about it and probably forgot about it, but they said they haven't heard nothing, seen nothing about Elden Ring since the day they announced it. Now they finally got something, and lo and behold, it comes out 2 days before my birthday on the 21st of January 2022. So that's pretty dope. So that means we might not get no Tekken 8, no Soul Calibur 7, and whatever else they're going to put out. But other than that, guys, that is all I got. I only had little minor predictions here and there. It's just I'm just guessing. I would love to see all this stuff happen, but if it don't, then oh well. But if everything happened, everything I said in this video, if this all happened, wow, I don't know what to tell y'all, because I ain't no psychic. I just took a guess. But other than that, guys, I love y'all. Wednesday Drake. I stuttered in this video a couple times, but that's all right though, because it's just a type of freestyle video. But other than that, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.